how to calculate the surface area of triangular prisms. So the first thing is to be aware of how many 2D shapes there are in a prism and what those 2D shapes are. Sometimes it helps to have a rough idea of the net of each 3D shape you might encounter. You can always draw a very rough sketch of it. It doesn't have to be accurate or measured. It's just to help you see what the shapes are that you're dealing with. So in a triangular prism, there'll be a base and a back and something that comes along the top or down the front. And all those three shapes are rectangles. It's just the sides that are triangles. If you're not very good at drawing a net, you might just want to identify what the sides are. That's easier with one of these illustrations because it's a transparent one. You can actually see all the corners and all the edges and all the sides. So we have a base, we have the back, and we have the front or the top. Although they're at a funny angle, when you look at the net, you can see that they are rectangles. And then you have the triangles at the end. Right angle triangles are easier because all you have to remember is it's the height of it at the side and the measurement of the base. And just remember that there are two of them, one on each side. So I always call 1A and 1B, and I record them like that. So working out the area of each separate 2D face. Starting with the base, you have a rectangle, and it's 20 times by 12 centimetres. So 240 centimetres squared, that's the area of just the base. Now we work with the back. Again, we treat it as a separate 2D rectangle. And you can see that that's 20 along and 5 down. So 20 times 5, that's 100 centimetres squared. And then we have the front or the top bit. And again, that is a rectangle, and it's 20 by 13 centimetres. So the total area of just that face is 260 centimetres squared. Then we work with the triangles A and B. So we have a triangle that's 5 centimetres high and 12 centimetres long. And if you remember the formula for calculating the area of a triangle, it's half of base times height. So here we have 12 times by 5, and we're going to halve that. 12 times 5 is 60, half of that is 30. So the area of one of those triangles is 30 centimetres squared. And of course, we have two. So there's another one at 30 centimetres squared. And now we just add those areas together. The total surface area of this triangular prism is 660 centimetres squared. Another triangular prism, there are a couple of reasons that this one would confuse some students. The first thing is it's not transparent. So again, knowing what the net of a triangular prism could look like, you'll see by the line on either side that those two sides are equal. It's an isosceles triangle on each end. Also, because this isn't transparent, if you can imagine this, draw the transparent bit. That helps you a bit further to see which 2D shapes you're dealing with. So we have a base, and that's 8.25 times by 6 centimetres. Then we have the back, and although it's on a strange angle here, remember that is a rectangle, and it's 5 times by 8.25. And because both the diagonal sides of this triangle are the same, the front and back rectangles will be the same. So 5 times 8.25. Now we're going to do the sides. With this triangle, try not to get confused with the length of the side, which is 5 centimetres, and the actual height of the triangle. It's the height we need to multiply by the base. So the base is 6 centimetres and the height is 4 centimetres. 6 times by 4, that's 24. Half that, that's 12. And we have two triangles the same. So there will be another area of 12 centimetres squared. And again, add those areas together, and the total surface area of this triangular prism is 156 centimetres squared.